Hello my little fizzle pops, and welcome back to another episode of Trash Talk, where we talk about my trash. This is my Empties video for June 2018. We start first with what's on my lips. It is this little Clinique Pop lipstick, and this is in Punch Pop. I love the Clinique Pop lips. They're full coverage and they are satin, not matte. They will transfer, but they feel really, really good on the lips, not like super drying. So got this little baby one. So today's just a very pink day, but let's get into it. Let's go over my trash and show you everything that we used up for this month. Most of it was me, a couple things were my husband, and a couple of things we used together. But just because I used it up this month does not mean that I started it this month. So like, let's start with the first thing. I have 3 of these that I used up this month. I didn't start all these this month, and I probably haven't had these in an Empties video in a few months, but this is the Clinique Acne Solutions Clinical Clearing Gel. I use this twice a day, every single day. I love it. I actually ordered 2 more big bottles, but I did a pre-sale with them, so I won't actually have them for another 2 weeks, but I will definitely make a video on my gift with purchase whenever I get it in July. But yeah, I used up 3 of these, and I don't know if I can wait another 2 weeks before I get more. So this is the first thing I used up. This is salicylic acid acne treatment. You can use it as spot treatment. What I like to do is use a thin layer on my whole face twice a day, so my skin is really adjusted to it. And yeah, we tried to get every little bit out of here. I got these on gratis. I'd rather get the big ones that are a full ounce, whereas these are a half ounce, because it's a better value. I think the little ones are $18 and the big ones are like $27, so you end up saving like $10 if you just get the big ones. So I do have some big ones of these coming. From now until then, I'm just gonna get little samples, but that's the first thing I used up. The next thing I used up is a product that I didn't like, but I felt like I might as well just use it up. It's the Studio Gear CC cream in linen. I got this as a free sample, but this was a full ounce of product. No, it's 1.1 ounces, so it's even bigger than an ounce. This stuff I didn't really like. It's not full coverage, it's like a light coverage. So I had to, yeah, it says natural looking coverage. No, I'm a full coverage bitch. Like, this did not work for me, so I had to end up mixing this in with fuller coverage foundation or wearing like a lot of concealer before I put this on. It wasn't worth it, but I did like that it had an SPF of 20 in it, so I kept using it and just mixing it with other products. I've had this for a few months now. I want to say maybe like 6 months, but never again would I ever purchase this, and I didn't buy this. This was free, but I got a gift with purchase and this was in it, but I would never buy this. I don't even know if they make this anymore, but I got it for free or else I would have returned it. The next thing my husband actually used up is the Clinique Sparkle Skin. We got this in I want to say my January, it wasn't March. It was one of my gratis hauls. We got this and he used up the whole thing. I think he uses up products fast because I don't use them up that fast, but then again, he showers 2 to 4 times a day, so I don't know, he showers a lot, he's very clean, but he liked this. He liked the way it smells, he likes the way that it worked, but I don't think I'm gonna buy it again. It's too expensive to just give to him to use up that quickly, but I'll just buy more makeup. The next thing is something I got in my BoxyCharm. I got BoxyCharm one time this month. It was a box in April, I think, and this was in it. It's the Pores No More Vacuum Cleaner Pore Purifying Mask. This little mask is like $47 retail. It's 1 ounce of product. This mask smells like a firework. It smells like, I think, sulfur. The smell is very, very, very strong, but I really liked the mask. The mask felt really good. It dried up my acne. If I had any breakouts, it just was gone. I left this on. I left it on longer than 10 minutes. Left it on a lot longer than 10 minutes. But it worked really, really well. I don't think that it's worth the price. I think you can find masks that work just as well. But this did work really well, and it was worth it being so smelly. Like, the smell was very intense, but it worked very well. And because this is a thin mask, like, you would put a layer on and you're like, did I put enough on? So you'd put more on. and then you end up using a lot of the product. So this $47 product at $46, whatever it retailed for originally, only lasted me maybe 6 times. So definitely not worth it for me. I'd rather get the charcoal mask from Clinique where you put a little bit on and you know that it's on, it's really thick. So this I will not buy again, but if I got it again, I would definitely use it again because I did really like it. It's just way too expensive to justify what it does. But it worked and I would use it again. The next thing we used up this month was the Sweet Cranberry Rose body spray from Bath & Body Works. If you guys don't know, my husband and I use body sprays multiple times a day because the scent, it doesn't last on you, but we like to smell and we like to smell different, so we just use body sprays all the time. So this was one that we used up. So a little bit in here. And this was the Sweet Cranberry Rose. Anything with rose, I'm all about it. There's only one product I think I've used so far that had rose that I did not care for. But this was a Sweet Cranberry Rose, and it's just really beautiful packaging. It's like simple, but then it has these cranberries and these roses. So I really like the bottle. It's very aesthetically pleasing. And that one was from Bath & Body Works. Next thing we used up is something else that I use twice a day. Acne Solutions Clarifying Lotion from Clinique that has salicylic acid in it. I use this twice a day, every single day. Even if I didn't work for Clinique, hashtag Clinique Consultant, I would still use this product. I love it that much, and I have like 3 backup bottles right now because I am not running out of this. I have to have this. Something else that I used that I was surprised that I actually liked was this. And this is essentially also a clarifying lotion, kind of like a toner. And this is by Sakiski. I think it's a Korean skincare brand. And they sent me a couple of samples. And I actually really like this. Like, I used this for a week instead of using my Clinique. And yeah, this worked really, really nicely as well. Well, it's a Japanese, not Korean. This is a Japanese skincare brand. So I don't know where to buy these products, but this worked really, really well. I was surprised because I thought, there's no way I'm gonna like this as much as my Clinique, but I did. I did actually really like that. Another thing that I used up is this sample. This is a 1.7 ounce sample, so this is a big sample. I got this in a gift with purchase, I wanna say last November, and it's the Estee Lauder Advanced Night Micro Cleansing Foam. I have a love-hate relationship with Estee Lauder products because of the scent. Estee Lauder owns Clinique, and at the department store I work at, we have a Clinique counter and we have an Estee Lauder counter. That's it. We also have some Beauty Bar, which has like NYX products and the balm and a couple of the Body Shop. So we have some other products towards the back of the store, but the only 2 actual counters that compete, that have people working them, like beauty girls, is we have the Clinique counter, which I'm the manager of, and then we have the Estee Lauder counter, which Haley is the manager of, but we both sell both products and they're both really good. They're the same company. But the Estee Lauder company, more expensive, and it has a fragrance in their products. So since I've been working for the Clinique for the last 2.5 years, I've really become accustomed to not having any fragrance in my products. So whenever I use something like this that's very highly fragranced, I'm like, whoa. It kind of throws me off. And then some of their items smell really good, and some of them is just like a little too much fragrance. So it took me a long time to use this because I would use it for a few nights and then I'd get sick of the scent, and then I'd go back to using it and then I'd stop. So it took me a long time to use this. It's not something I would buy, but it is a popular item at Estee Lauder. But the sample is in a blue tube, whereas the actual product is in a clear yellow tube, and that throws a lot of people off because they're like, well, it's a cleansing foam and it comes in a blue bottle. But no, I don't know why. And I think it's Leora always talks about how the sample product should match the full-size product, and I agree with her 100%. Leora Makeup Loves, I think is her channel, but if you guys don't watch her, she's really, really cool. She's New York. She talks with this cool New York accent, and she buys all this makeup, and she's always talking about these little baby samples, and she loves it when the little baby lipsticks match the full size. And I'm like, yes, I don't know why Estee Lauder decided to make this one blue when the actual product is not blue. But anyways, let's get back to what I used up. Another thing that my husband used up was Irish Springs Original. I don't like Irish Springs. He used this on me a couple times. I'm like, I don't want to use that. I don't want to smell like a boy. I don't like the way Irish Springs smells. So I'm not going to buy him Irish Springs anymore. Buy him something else. So, Next thing I used up is Suave's Kids 2-in-1 shampoo and conditioner. The reason I bought this, I don't have any kids, but the reason I bought this is because I was couponing last year in like May, and I ended up couponing for like a month, and I really got a lot of shampoo and conditioner. So I think I got this either for free or I got it like super cheap because I stacked a coupon with another deal. So I'm good. Plus it was in peach scent, so it worked. I mean, I just used a shampoo. Another shampoo that I used up this month was the Pantene Dream Care shampoo. This worked fine. I got this in the mail, I forget when. But I like the smell of this. I really like the smell of Pantene. And it reminds me of that episode of Seinfeld. I know, I talk about TV shows a lot, but Kramer's trying to talk to this woman named Pam at the library, and Newman's there telling him what to say. And Newman tells Kramer to say, "Do I smell Pantene?" And Kramer's like, "Do I smell?" And the lady is like, "What?" And he's like, "Pantene. Do I smell Pantene?" She's like, "Oh yeah, it's my shampoo." But anyways, I could just talk about that show forever because I love that show. Okay, next thing we used up is Pretty as a Peach shower gel from Bath & Body Works. They send me a coupon to get one of these like every month for free. So I have a ton of these little body gels that my husband and I use in the shower. And this one is the peach scent. We are fans of peach scents. It smells really nice. I'd rather they let me get spray options, but they don't. You can either get a lotion or a body wash, and I rarely use lotion. I have like 5 in my bathroom, and I probably have like 15 in my bathroom, and I never use them, especially not in the summertime. So I just backstock shower gels. So they're probably gonna send me another coupon soon. If you guys like Bath & Body Works, which I think everyone does, everyone in the world likes Bath & Body Works, definitely get on their mailing list. Let them send you stuff. Okay, the next thing I used up is by Urban Decay, and this was Half Baked eyeshadow. I got this in a Sephora Favorites, I want to say, and it's a really pretty gold shadow color. That's what it looked like, but it ended up breaking, so I ended up putting it with one of my loose highlights. But yeah, it was really, really pretty, and I really liked it, and it made me want to go out and buy more products from Urban Decay, so I ended up buying another one in like a light pink shade. But I really like this Half-Baked shade. But I think I'm gonna stay away from single shadows because I find myself reaching for palettes more so than single shadows, and in the last 2 years my palette collection has grown incredibly. I want to say like 2 years ago I had maybe 2 eyeshadow palettes, and now I have probably 30. So if you guys want to see a palette collection, let me know. If you guys want to see a single shadow collection, let me know, because I have a ton of single shadows as well. And I just keep getting more. Like, I'm getting that gift with purchase, and there's an eyeshadow palette included in there. Actually, I have 2 eyeshadow palettes coming, so I'm going to give one to my mother-in-law and keep one for myself. Alright, let's keep going. I have 2 more things, and then I have a bunch of samples that I used, or foil packets. So the next thing that I used was the Matrix Biolage Cleansing Conditioner. This worked really good, but it smells really, really strong. Like, whenever I was in the shower with my husband and I started conditioning my hair, he was like, "What is that smell?" And I'm like, "You can smell that too?" And he's like, "Yeah." Because usually I have a really strong nose, and he can't really smell things, because I'll always be like, "What's that smell?" And he's like, "I don't smell anything." But this, he could smell, like, even in the shower when there's water running and everything, and there's shampoos and body washes, he could still smell this, like, really strong. So the smell of this, I don't know how to describe it, maybe slightly citrus, but yeah, I put that on, he's like, smells so strong. It's like citrus, but like chemical citrus, so it doesn't smell the best, but it worked fine. I mean, I used up the whole thing, like, this is empty. But I wouldn't buy it again just because the smell is so strong. So that's just very strong smell, but I enjoyed using it. Okay, so the last thing that I used up is this my Real Techniques blending sponge. So it looks wrecked. It's like it needs to be thrown away. But I like to use these mostly for powder. I used to use these for foundation. And I've recently switched to using a brush for foundation and then using this for loose powder. So I'll dip it in my loose powder and like kind of just glided onto my skin. But I got another one because this one like is tearing and it's been a few months. So anyways, that one's, I'm gonna say that one's used up. So I got another one to use. All right, the rest of my stuff is, I also use some Assured cotton rounds. This is an 80 pack that I get from the Dollar Tree. Right now I'm using a 100 pack that I got from Walmart, and the 100 pack is like $2.50, whereas the 80 pack is only $1. So I just happened to be at Walmart and I'm like, well, I don't want to go all the way to Dollar Tree, but I know now just stock up at the Dollar Tree because these are just as good, if not better, than the kind that I'm using right now. So I'll definitely go back to the Dollar Tree and get these because it makes more sense. Next thing I used is I went to Ulta and Macy's and Dillard's and I got a bunch of, and Sephora, and got a bunch of samples that they made me up. So one of the things that they made me up at Sephora was the First Aid Beauty Ultra Repair Face Moisturizer, which I really liked. So I used up this sample that they gave me at Sephora, and I really liked that. The other thing I used up were these cleansing pads, acne clearing pads from First Aid Beauty. She gave me a couple of those that I used up. She actually gave them to my husband, but they sat around for like a month and he hasn't used them yet, so I'm like, well, I'm gonna use them. And I like these pads. I think that Clinique should come out with pads for their clarifying lotion. How their clarifying lotion just comes like this and you have to pour it onto a pad. I think they should make some that are already pre-moistened, so you can just take out a pad, do it, and throw it away. But I think that Clinique should do the pads, like how Stridex pads used to be really popular. Clinique should have their own version that already contain the clarifying lotion, so it's just clarifying lotion pads rather than carrying a liquid bottle of clarifying lotion around. All right, the other thing they gave me at Sephora that I used was the Too Faced Hangover Primer. I like this. I didn't really notice that it really did a lot for my skin. It's a very moisturizing primer, so it's a very lotiony, moisturizing primer. It felt really good, but I think I prefer the other kind of primers better, like the ones that really fill in pores and are thicker. Like this one was a Lancome primer that they used on me. This one actually had like a really thick feel to it, and I actually like that one better. And then the other thing that I used, I think that this was the acne treatment, salicylic acid that I got from work. I just made myself a little sample to try to get me through until I get another 10 days from now. But anyways, I'm out of salicylic acid. I need more. I just got a couple more foil packets in my freebies, so I have a little bit more. I just need to make it stretch. I might get a couple more little sample sizes from work to last me until I get my free gift with purchase. Okay, so the last thing that I used, I made it a point this month to use up a lot of foil packets, so I did. I used up all these foil packets this month, and most of them are really good, so I was surprised. The first thing I used was this Dr. Dennis Gross Ferulic Retinol Wrinkle Recovery Peel. I didn't really care for this. Oh, my husband's outside. It just scared me. All of a sudden there was a man outside. It was one treatment. It was okay. I wouldn't really use it again. What can you tell from one treatment? The next thing was the L'Oreal Pure Clay Mask. I really like clay masks. This was a red clay mask. I think I got 2 uses out of it. I used half one day and then half the other day. And yeah, this was for rough, clogged skin. I just love all kinds of clay masks, so I used that one. The next one, I used a couple of these. This is a lot of people pronounce this Olay. It's actually Ula. Ula Hendrickson Counterbalance Oil Control Hydrator. I have a couple of these left. I actually really liked them, so I'm excited to use my other ones for July. But I used these up. The next one was the Elemis Pro Collagen Overnight Matrix Wrinkle Smoothing Night Cream. Can't remember if I like this. I think that I did. I usually like all types of skincare. The next was the Olay Whip Light as a Finish. I feel like this one was a little bit, I can't remember. I gotta start taking better notes, but I know that I used it. I just don't remember what I thought of it. I used another of the Elemis Pro Collagen Overnight Matrix. Some of these were really thick and I had to mix them with a thinner mattifying cream. I get really weird whenever it comes to textures on my skin. Like my skin has to feel dry. If it feels like greasy or heavy, it drives me crazy. I used a Pep Start Double Bubble Purifying Mask. I actually really like this. You put it on and then it starts to like bubble up on your skin. And I actually did a review on this months ago because I bought the full size, but yeah, that's a little foil packet of that. I also used a First Aid Beauty Ultra Repair Cream Intense Hydration for dry, parched skin. I think that this one was one of the thicker ones that I had to mix with something a little bit thinner. But I love the packaging. I love that it's in a little heart. That's really, really cute. So First Aid Beauty definitely gets points for that because everything else is just square. I also used some of this eye balm, which was okay. And then I used one of these Revitalift Triple Power Intense Anti-Aging Moisturizers. This actually feels really good on the skin. And this smelled, I really like the way this smelled. And then I used a bunch of these from Shiseido. I used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of these. And this is the Power Infusing Concentrate. So this was a serum that I was using. And this smells really, really good as well. I was using this twice a day. So I used it twice a day for 3 days. And I really like this stuff. But I think Shiseido, or Shiseido, I don't know how to pronounce this brand, but I'm pretty sure it's more of an expensive brand, isn't it? I don't know, I'm gonna have to look it up, but I did really, really like this serum. And then I used a Bare Minerals Age Defense Serum. I am 31, but I'm starting to really get into serums, so I'm starting to serum my face every single day, and rarely people do I think I'm in my 30s. They think I'm still in my early 20s. Hashtag stay young. And then the last 3 foil packets I used the Clinique Smart eye treatment. I'm currently using a Clinique eye cream and I don't think it's really doing much for my eyes. I'm starting to still get the lines and the wrinkles and the dark circles, so I might switch to a different eye cream. I'm actually switching to a different eye cream. I actually bought some on a second pre-sale that you guys will see soon in a couple weeks, but got a different kind of eye cream to start using. And then I got another Bare Minerals. This one is Skin Longevity Vital Power Infused, I don't know what it is, serum or moisturizer, I forget. And then the last thing I used was by Lancome, or how my mom says, Lancome. And this was the Lifting and Firming Moisturizer, and this smelled really good as well. So that was all my empties for the month of June 2018. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Tell me what your favorite thing is that you used up this month or what you're working on. A lot of people ask me why I don't do like pan that palette or project pans, and it's because I do shop my makeup like weekly. I'll get all my makeup out and just pick out things to use that week. Because I feel like I'm the type of person where if I said I'm going to pan this palette or I'm going to do a project pan, I'd get really sick of using the same products every single day for like multiple months. So I just use the same products for a week and then I switch them out, use the same products for a week, switch them out, use the same, so that I'm cycling through my products. And that's why I don't have a lot of empty makeup, is because I cycle through all my makeup. So one month, like this month I had an eyeshadow and a BB cream, or a CC cream, BB cream. Next month I might have like 3 lipsticks. You never know. But that was everything. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys soon with another video. Bye, my little fizzle pops.